Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. As the title suggests, this is a very, intimate and vulnerable conversation for me to have. So I had a realization this morning, and I guess the first part is recognizing that there's a problem, and then the next step is to figure out how to fix it. So let me give you a little backstory. As a person who's been obese and morbidly obese my whole life, I've had a love-hate relationship with my body. When I was a teenager, till I was about 18, I didn't like my body because all of the kids in school would tease me, and even my brothers and sisters, like, not trying to be hurtful, teased me. And I had trauma. I had sexual trauma when I was coming up. So all these things really make you hate your body. But when I was 18, my brother said something very profound to me that made me just switch it up. And I realized that all of those people, all those times that saying I was beautiful was true. They just said I was beautiful, and really didn't have anything to do with all the things that I thought were wrong with me. So for the next 30 years, so I loved my body. I had a little discord with it when I was trying to get pregnant in the early aughts, but really that was just really me accepting that wasn't in God's plan. But I realized this morning, there's very few times, and again, this is very intimate, this is a very personal conversation, so if you wanted to like go away with the TMI stuff, that'd be great. I realized this morning that it's been a very sparse physical relationship with my husband, and I realized why today. My body turned on me. And I feel like that. I feel like betrayed by it. And here's what I mean to say. So all of these years, I did the very best I could to take care of it. Yes, I ate things that I probably shouldn't have eaten because I find out now that I realize now that I was insulin dependent. Insulin resistant, excuse me, but I didn't know how to do anything with that back, 20 years ago, 30, 25 years ago. 30 years ago. And bad habits were introduced as a child, and of course psychological trauma was introduced as a child, and these things that I had to overcome. But I thought I was doing really well. I always exercised my body, even though that it was overweight. I played sports, I walked walks, I did exercises. I just did everything that I could to maintain its strength. I went dancing and I loved it. I took lotion, and I just did everything that I could to show my body how much I appreciated it. Stretching before any physical exercise, and being safe, and not, crossing the street in the middle of the street, and those types of things. So I grew up to have a really deep connection to my body. When I found out I was a diabetic, for example, I realized that I had turned on my body before it had turned on me, because I had spent so much time taking care of other people, and I stopped taking care of myself the way I should have. And I don't blame myself. It's the situation. I had to take care of my dad. And this is before we learned the metaphor for putting on your oxygen mask before you put on others. I didn't realize at the time we were just supposed to give selflessly, is the way we were taught. So I realized that in that time taking care of my dad, meals were not full meals, and I spent a lot of time sitting with him at the hospital, even though it was a lot to walk to the hospital rooms and to the nursing home rooms. I did spend majority of the time just sitting with him and helping him just be comforted. And that was months and months. So by the time I found out I was a type 2 diabetic, I realized that, that was my body's way of saying, hey, you stopped taking care of me a little bit. So then I went on to take care of myself. I ate what I was supposed to eat. I very, very rarely strayed from that. I listened to my body when it was like, nope, you can't have potatoes anymore. So I stopped eating potatoes like almost exclusively for 20 years. Not really that long, but 10 years, I should say. And I did whatever I could. I exercised it when I could. I walked it. I did all things around my house to keep my body moving. I would sneak in dances every once in a while, even though I wasn't supposed to. But I realized that it growing cancer and it having all of these horrible side effects, I feel very betrayed by it. I watched my family struggle to take care of the things that I used to take care of. And it makes it not just my problem anymore. I think but the ultimate in realization was the lack of intimacy that we have. For a while was also Jim saying he didn't want to hurt me because I hurt so bad. But even on days when it doesn't hurt so bad, I just feel very betrayed by it. And I'm sure I'm not the only person going through this with chronic illness or cancer treatment or any kind of psychological or physical limitations. And that's why I wanted to make this video. I don't have a true confession to say to you. I just want to let you know that if it's something that you're going through, that you're not alone. I'm sure I'm not alone. I'm sure people may not realize what it is. I certainly don't find my husband less attractive because, in fact, the way he cares for me makes him actually more attractive. But then we get to the point where it just becomes like, I get scared and unsure. It's the best way I can describe it. The good news is, I recognize it now, so we can work on it. Because up to this point, I didn't know what it was. I really just thought it was a fear of getting hurt, and that might be part of it. Like, I don't want to become more hurt so I can be stuck in bed again or whatever, and I don't want that. So, that could be part of it. But now that we recognize what it is, let's work forward. I guess it's good. It's good therapy to talk it out with people. And I love to talk things out with you. So I wanted to make this video. I know it's not very long, but I just wanted to put it out there and share it with anybody going through similar situations in a relationship. Even just a relationship with themselves. Even if you're a single person and you feel this disconnect from your body. And maybe this is why. So I hope it helps. I hope it helps somebody. Because the revelation has helped me a little bit. Oh, stretch. Okay. This is Miss Zoriel wants her bone back. But listen, if nobody's told you today that you're loved, you can always come by and hear how much I love you, because I love you guys very much. Okay? Sorry about the tears. And as always, you take care. God bless, and I'll see you next time. Bye.